Good morning, last day, woohoo! All things going to plan, I'll be at the Great Divide Trail northern terminus at Kakwa Lake in 30 kilometers. It's raining, it's supposed to rain all day today, and it's dark right now. I don't know what the deal is with the time zones. My watch doesn't know, I don't know what time zone I'm in, but I'm waking up, I think, in Alberta time, even though I'm in BC right now. And as a result, I'll probably have about an hour of night hiking. The last little bit here has been pretty sketchy. You can see those dark clouds behind me there. So I was seeing lightning coming out of those clouds and hearing thunder. And as I'm walking through this big open floodplain field, I'm seeing charred remains of trees that have been struck by lightning. So I definitely tried to stick as close to the tree line as possible for most of that walk, but the trail just went right through the open area, which just seemed sketchy to me under the conditions. From here, we're gonna enter into the forest, and then I think we head up to Surprise Pass. That's between these two peaks. The rain stopped for now, so hopefully we get a nice day. That'd be a lovely surprise. There's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about today, and I know I'm gonna get the question of, well, what's the next big hike? So I'll address that at the end, whether I do have plans for something like the CDT or PCT. With that lightning, even on the last day, the Great Divide Trail is still trying to kill me. But I think if anything, the last 36 days have shown that I've been physically prepared for the trail with my training and the gear I brought. And it kind of highlighted that I'm my own worst enemy. Between different insecurities that I have, lack of self-confidence, and then the ever-present fear of failure, I definitely was what was holding myself back and making for some really tough parts of the trail and days overall. I don't think the insecurities and fear of failure are going anywhere anytime soon, so I just need to not let them control my actions and not let them overwhelm my emotions when they do kick in. I'm just making it my way up to Surprise Pass, which is the highest point of the day, and leaves me with a segue I can't ignore, and that's talking about high points of the trip for me. Starting off with Barnaby Ridge, so epic. So many epic parts of that entire ridge. It was truly amazing. Meeting a bunch of you, Lisa, James, Darren, so many more. It meant a lot to me and means more to me than you'd probably know. It was really awesome to meet all of you. And then doing the longest day and then the day with the most elevation back to back, I was super proud of myself. That really kind of proved a lot to me and felt really good. And then the most beautiful part of the trail, probably Cataract Pass, the South Valley and North Valley. I definitely want to go back there. And then getting up onto Jonah's Shoulder with that sunrise was, I don't think I've cried that much that continuously in a very long time. And then getting up onto Big Shale Hill yesterday and realizing that I was almost achieving my goal of hiking the Great Divide Trail was really special as well. So those are definitely the highlights for me from the last 37 days. Some of you wanted to know what an avalanche path looks like. This is it. The snow accumulates up in the alpine area there. It eventually reaches a point where it fails and slides, comes down, hits the tree line and just decimates the trees. They're so destructive. You can see the power behind them. You do not want to get stuck in that. But they also create a ton of habitat for bears and other animals, so part of nature. I've been following these bear prints for a good kilometer now, and what's starting to make me a little bit worried is that the puddles in the bottom of the footprints are a little bit muddied still. It hasn't settled out, so they're fresher than I would like. And I'm gonna be yelling lots and keeping my eye out. If anyone knows tracking, let me know how much time has passed since that footprint based on how much the silt is settling out. I made it to the Broadview Lake campsite. I thought maybe I'd see some people here, but no one's camping here. I think we're going on 4 days of not seeing another human, so this is second longest amount of time. I've been hiking and backpacking the Great Divide Trail solo pretty much the whole time, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's facilitated so many movements of the needle for me with regards to my backpacking skills and confidence. Everything from cross-country navigation to conquering my fears to enjoying each day as it comes and not always focusing on the end goal. There's just been so many things that have led to the needle moving for me, and I'm very thankful for all of them. You guys let me know in the comments what was the biggest needle move that you saw or what resonated the most with you. I'd be really curious to hear. I'm gonna keep hiking. I have another few kilometers to go until I hit Kakwa Pass, less than 10 kilometers to go on the whole Great Divide Trail. And I'll share with you when I get there what the thing that I'm really gonna cling to is when I get back into the real world and off the trail, because it's really important to me, and I really hope that it's something that can stick with me after the trail. So I'm still following that bear, and what's starting to sketch me out is I'm getting into an area with tons of berries. So that's where the bear was probably going, into this area with the berries, and the wind is blowing into my face. And that's the same scenario that happened with the bear that charged me. Is the wind was blowing in my face, so it wasn't able to smell me coming. I smell a lot worse now, much more strongly, so hopefully that helps. But at least there's no running water yet to mask me yelling, because that's what happened last time as well. I'm just gonna be so noisy, and hopefully the bear hears me coming and allows me to just pass through and moves over to another berry bush. As soon as I left the area with all the berries, the bear footprints stopped. And so it's probably just up there chowing down, which makes me happy. I won't be sneaking up on it. As we get close to the end of the trail, and we're only a couple kilometers away maybe, and still lots of time to get mauled by a grizzly bear. But I'm just getting bombarded by gratitude, and I've had an evolving relationship with gratitude over the course of the trail. It's kind of developed into this North Star for me, starting off by just driving home how grateful I am for the relationships that I have in my life, where I live, the opportunities that I have, and then also was critical for the bad days that I was having. When I was feeling really down or having a tough day, gratitude just was able to bring me back up. It was definitely a big factor in that. And then when times were good and when I was having some awesome experiences and moments, gratitude just highlighted those and made them even better. So I'm gonna cling to gratitude as I get back into the real world, because I really don't want to take it for granted. So what's next is probably something that a lot of you are wondering. Specifically, am I gonna hike one of the big long trails like the Continental Divide Trail or the Pacific Crest Trail? And the short answer is probably not anytime soon. I have other priorities right now, and including getting married, starting a family, lots of travel plans. So I'm gonna be, I love my weekend trips and shorter week-long trips. So I'll definitely be doing a bunch of those, but probably not taking 4 to 6 months off to hike anytime in the very near or even midterm future. So that's that. I think I'm gonna be getting into winter camping soon in Canada here, and then next summer I'll probably do a lot of overnighters, and then probably a week trip, maybe a 2-week trip. We'll see. I really want to do the John Muir Trail. That's on my list. Let's finish out this hike. We're so close, because then I need to figure out, am I gonna have to swim across the Buchanan River, and is there anyone who can give me a ride down the 70-kilometer forestry road, or am I gonna have to walk all of that tomorrow? Woo! I made it. I'm at the end of the Great Divide Trail, and it's all hitting me. A month ago, just over a month ago, I wouldn't have thought, like, it was just special just to take that first step on the trail, and then to get here and take that last step is really special. There's been so many tough times through snow, cold, bear charges. So many times I didn't think I'd make it, and then here I am. I got to the end of the Great Divide Trail, one of the toughest experiences of my life, and it feels so good, so good. Look at this. Yep. This was a journey. This was awesome. All those tough times just make moments like this that much more special. With that being said, it's closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here